Hi, it's Rana, and today I am playing along with Mix It Up Monday. This is my first time playing along, and we are doing a sketch from Janet Fritz of Galaxy Girl Creations. I'm a big fan of Janet's, and when I saw her sketch on here, I thought I would give it a try. I don't do a lot of sketches, but I thought I would try it out. So I am playing with the brand new Pretty Little Studio You Are My Sunshine collection. I just got it in the mail right before I left for retreat, and so I couldn't wait to dive into this. So this is the first project I did while we were at retreat, and I apologize right now for my voice. I lost my voice the night before we left. All these ladies that I went to retreat with had to suffer through my horrible froggy voice the whole time we were gone, and a lot of coughing. They were very gracious and didn't seem to mind. I'm sure it was probably on everyone's nerves. It was definitely on my nerves. So I'm going to struggle through this, and hopefully it won't drive you nuts too. So for my mixed media portion, I am using 3 Distress Oxide inks. The one I'm applying right now is Tumbled Glass, and I'm using this stencil that I felt like kind of looked like some waves. So I'm going to be doing some boating pictures of my granddaughter taking a little nap out on the boat. So I used the little waves, and then I used this other one that kind of looked like some little water droplets, and I'm doing those in the 3 areas. You can probably already tell that I have flipped the sketch, and it worked better with the photos that I had. So I'm doing that. Now this Distress Oxide is Mermaid Lagoon, and I'm using it only for the splatters. And I'm going to go ahead and add in a generous amount of splatters for more boat spray look. And I'm liking how that looks. I do go ahead and blot up the Mermaid Lagoon with a paper towel just so that it's not quite as dark. I wanted it to kind of blend with the tumbled glass, and it did. In this video, and I've got a few videos that I did record while we were at retreat, I'm doing this late at night. There's not great true light, exterior light, but the task light at this retreat, and then I had my regular lighting, and I think it's good enough. I hope it's not it's not bothersome to you, but this was such a fun long weekend. We all really enjoyed ourselves, and I'm glad I was able to record a few videos. I didn't record everything that I did, but I did do a few. Now I used this Dress My Craft heart, and it's kind of a grungy heart, and it's one of my favorite stencils. And I used picked raspberry through that, and then I also am adding some more splatters. And I like how the splatters going over the blue kind of adds in just a little hint of purple, which is on her bathing suit. So she has the blue, the pink, and kind of a purple hue. The Pretty Little Studios collection doesn't have any purple in it, so I really didn't want to add purple, but adding the pink splatters over the blue, it doesn't really make purple necessarily, but because I waited till it was dry, but it kind of gives you that little hint maybe of that purple, that pinky purple look. So I really fiddled a long time with all the things, because if you watched my unboxing video of this collection, I have so much, and when I have so much of a brand new collection, I just want to touch and look and go through every piece of it, every die cut pack 100 times when I'm doing a video or when I'm doing a layout. So I have a lot of fiddling here. I don't even know how long this first layout took me, it was a few hours because also, I'm around some great friends and we're doing lots of chatting and laughing and having a good time. And this was our first evening there. We had driven 5.5 hours to get to this cabin, and it was a really fun experience the first time I'd been at this. And it was a long drive to get there, but it was really nice, and the weather was beautiful. We were out in the woods, and if you stayed at one of the other cabins, you had a view of the lake. We were close to the lake, but I'll tell you right now, I didn't even see the lake. I stayed in and scrapped most of the time. I wasn't feeling great with this cough, and I'm thinking that it is an allergy reaction to they're doing some dirt work across the road. They're going to build a new subdivision, I believe, and it's before we left, with the wind coming from the direction there was just a haze of this dirt, and we had spent so much time outside. I had with the kids for 2 days, and I think I just had a reaction, but maybe not. It might be something else. I have no idea. Nevertheless, I did not want to spend a lot of time outside while we were gone. I just wanted to sit and scrapbook. So that is what I did. So here I'm talking about, or I'm thinking and pointing out the background paper, and the little dotted lines on the clouds, and the white on, the background paper was kind of blending in, so I added some more of the picked raspberry all the way around the white, and I think that really helps it stand out, and it really, I feel like, highlights the background paper. Janet had used a border around her layout, so I went ahead and did the same, and of course I had to get it because, brand new collection, I can't possibly use the full sheet. I might need it. And then I just added some little fakey pen stitching that mimics the clouds in the background paper, and also some of the embellishments that I'm going to choose has this kind of fun little pen stitching. So I'm going to cut away. You don't need to watch that all the way around, or I think I'm going to cut away. Anyway, I like how that turned out. I like how it went well with everything that's in the rest of the layout. There, I finally did it. So I'm going to start building everything up. I really like that border. It gives a nice shelf for my photos. The colors are great. And then I tore that little piece of vellum, and it had the right blue, and I kind of felt like I needed a little something blue up above. Oh, and I didn't show on screen, I did matte the photos in a background paper that had all of the colors, so it had pretty much all the colors of the collection. And I printed my photos with a white border, and then I also matted with this that has all the different colors. So I'm just kind of adding in some of the things that I had pulled out before I started videoing. And then I'm going to pull out a couple of packs here and go through all of those and look at every single piece again. I'm trying to keep my clusters like Janet's sketch. And I was thinking about adding this underneath, but I really like the border there, so that I'm not going to add any more of that. I do go through, finally, after several attempts at making a little tag, the paper that the paper that is the exact same print as that vellum. I'm going to pull out the paper and make my tag out of that, but I'll go through a lot before I get there, I think. I had to try every sun because they're all so cute, and I'm glad that there's several in there because I will be using those on lots of lake pictures, and I like having all these choices, but I just want to look and read every single piece. It's so fun. The one I ended up with down here. There were several that were perfect, but the one that I ended up with, it was a quote, and it says, "I love how summer just wraps its arms around you like a warm blanket." And I thought that was absolutely perfect for this picture of her snuggling with her mom and taking a nap out in the sunshine. And it's just such sweet pictures, and what a perfect quote. It couldn't have been better. So that is going to go down there at the bottom here. I keep fiddling with it in this way, and it doesn't end up like that, but I just couldn't quite decide. So I'm going to look at these little mini cut-apart tags, and I really like it. Sorry about that. I had to cut away for a second and have another coughing fit. I am so sick of coughing. So I cut that tag, and I'll use it on something else. I didn't love it right there. I do love the title, "A Day in the Sun." I thought that one was really perfect. There's so many cute titles with this collection, all of them absolutely usable. She did a great job with all of the titles, and I love how they have some in color, some in black, and the cute fonts there. It's just adorable. And we'll have lots of summer pictures to scrapbook, so in all 5 of my grandkids' books. So I always buy the hearts, and they're in every color of the collection. And I love using hearts on my layouts, especially for the little girl pages. I go through all of these and I love them all. They're so fun. So I'm going to find several here that are going to be on the end, in the end result here. I go through some of the wordy bits. I didn't use any on this one. I love those, but they didn't end up. I put the one that was a little flag banner that says "Dreamy," and I really like it. So here it is with that tag, and I kept trying to put the tags on that side, but after I looked at the sketch again, it really needs to be on the other side, and I liked it better over there anyway because it wasn't covering up so much of the pink mixed media that I did. So it's going to move over to where it's going to stay on the other side here in just a minute, and I'm going to work on this bottom little cluster. And I'm not sure it's on screen because I did fiddle and fiddle and fiddle and fiddle, as I do. And I left more of it in for you to see this time. I love this too. I found these are little stickers of the borders. So you can get the borders as die cuts in a little bit larger. There's borders on one of the sheets, and then there's also these teeny weeny little borders on the sticker sheet. And that is so much fun. I love that. So I have that label I'm trying to work in, but what I'm going to end up doing is taking a nice bright pink border and putting it right under the quote. And it just really makes your eye draw down to that because that bright pink. So here's how it ends up with the quote and the little yellow label being above it. It almost looks like the sun rising over the quote, and I like that the best. It worked after lots of fiddling to get it. I really like how it ended up. So I just used some yellow twine over there through my tag, and I'll get that figured out and glued down. I'm still adding in the hearts, and then I'm going to go ahead and start using my fun foam to pop up the pictures, and then I also pop up several different elements just to have some nice texture and variety. I'll usually pop up some elements and glue some straight down, and you can see that here. The sun is going to be popped up because it's over the picture that's popped up, so I add a little bit of foam tape just where it will be even with that photo, so it's not taller than the photo, but it needed to have some foam tape so it wouldn't bend once it gets in the page protector. So most of it's over the picture, but just a little bit sticks out. So that's why I add that little foam tape there and glue it right there to the corner. And then the label and the quote are both flat to the page, but then one of the hearts over the label is popped up, and one of the hearts over the other heart in that little cluster are also popped up. And I love how you can see the mixed media kind of peeking out from behind that. It really added to it, and I'm glad that was in the sketch because it added a lot, and I really like that look. I like how the stencil kind of had they're not really waves, but it kind of looks a little bit like waves, and I thought that added to my story here. Still popping things up. I'm going to get all of the hearts placed. When I do two hearts together, I do love having one flat and then one popped up. Just gives it extra dimension. I liked the little blue heart that I had kind of under the title, but I wanted to have enough room to write on that card. So I ended up just leaving enough space so that I could have that. I'm going to get my twine glued down so that it stays the way I like it. And get the ends squished so they don't look frayed. And here's the final picture. You can see that I did add a couple of black puffy hearts and some black splatters. So thank you so much for watching today. I'm sorry about my voice. Hopefully I can get this cleared up before I voice over any other videos. Hop along with everyone in the playlist. I can't wait to see what everyone did with Janet's sketch. And have a great Monday. Bye-bye.